Silicon Valley, technology, art, green, and sustainability.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Silicon Valley Tech, Art, Green, and Sustainability. Today I'll be talking to some business owners and a leader in sustainability and helping others. I have Amanda, Tish, Michael, and Esther. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're
welcome.
Let's do a little self-introduction. We'll start with Amanda.
Sure. I'm Amanda, and I'm with Reputation Clothes. It's my own company. I'm the designer of a small women's clothing company. I design for women of all ages. So,
okay.
Hi, my name's Tish Hear, and I'm a business partner with Steve Tovolsky in importing the #1 Latin American jean, Coco jeans.
Thank you.
My name is Michael Chang. I'm the founder of Legacy Through Giving, and that's what I do. After 25 years in semiconductor.
Retired from semiconductor, but not really retired.
16 hours a day.
Wow. And Esther.
And my name is Esther. I design modern, very wearable, Asian-inspired clothing, and my label's called Far East Living.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. And let's just see how long you guys have all been in business. Are you very new at this, or have you been working in retail and clothing? And
yeah, I've worked in a little bit of retail, but I'm new to designing and actually bringing my line out. But my mother is a seamstress, so I've been a part of the clothing industry for a very long time.
Well, and what you're wearing now
is one of my designs.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I want that top.
Thank you. And my mother's going to be actually a model for me as well. So it shows that the younger women can wear it as well as older women.
Okay. And how long have you guys been doing the jeans?
The jeans have been relatively recent, for a year and a half importing the jeans, but I've been business partners with Steve for quite a few years, 5 or 6 years. But as far as fashion, I've been involved in the fashion industry somewhere for years.
You've had a background
We'll just leave it at that, yeah, years. Mm-hmm.
What did you do before this?
Entertainment industry, some modeling and things like that. So.
And were you a buyer or?
No,
clothing?
not a buyer. I mean, I've worked in retail, but mostly working in the industry with fashion. So
nice. And Michael, your industry now, you have an organization that's giving back to the community. Can you explain that a little bit to everybody and what you're doing with Legacy for Giving?
Okay, I've been doing community services together with my wife for many, many years. And after my retirement, I took early retirement, I have to say that. I'm lucky. So I decided that we would form a foundation, and the foundation's goal is to empower any 501c3 charitable organization to raise funds for themselves by providing them with a venue fundraiser and also year-round referral donation program that we're setting up to help them, because they have a lot of needs, as you can see, especially these days, with competition from overseas and stuff like that. And so this foundation was started several years ago, and we got an approval from IRS within 2.5 months with our mission or application.
That's wonderful. Now we're going to go back to you in a minute. So Esther, tell us about what you're doing and how long you've been doing it. Your background is related.
Well, I am actually a high-tech escapee, completely, unrelated to what I'm currently doing now. But about 5 years ago, which is how long Far East Living has been around, I started the company out of the need to spend more time with my kids and to have a more flexible schedule.
Oh, you have children.
2, yeah.
That's great. And you look so teeny, like you wouldn't have it.
Oh, thank you.
So chasing them around, right?
Yes, a lot of chasing.
Okay, and your background was high tech?
Yes.
Okay. What, were you an engineer or?
I was in investor relations, and I also worked a little bit in the public relations department.
So that's got to be helpful now. A little different field, but the public relations has got to be owning your own business and getting the word out. That's great.
Yes, absolutely. All the skills I've learned have come in very handy.
So, and Michael, for the nonprofit, is it 12 organizations you're working with right now? How many nonprofits are you helping with right
Actually, it's about 14.
now? Okay.
And so these ranges, we have no border. That's one thing we do. Somebody compare Legacy Through Giving Foundation with United Way. Oh, you raise funds and give your money away to these nonprofits. We don't do that. See, we don't pre-select you. You know, if you are a nonprofit, a 501c3, then you can join us.
Is there a size range of the company? Does it have to be a small nonprofit, 1 to 2 people, or can it be a 50-person nonprofit?
We actually very smart in the sense that we say nonprofit with limited resource. You can quantify what limited resources. Because let's say you're a cancer society, or maybe you're a Lions Club. They're a big organization, but the local chapter is very small. If local chapter has limited resource, we'll help them. So it doesn't matter whether you're big or small, it's whether your needs are. If you want to come to us, we'll help.
So like Margaret, I met her through Seroptimus Club, which there's 44 clubs from San Francisco to Yosemite. On this side of the bay is the Sierra Pacific region. On the other side is the Founders region. It was founded in the 30s when they wouldn't let women in Rotary. And each club is, anywhere from 15 to 30 people. These Sierra clubs in the mountains seem to have more resources, 60 people. And they have less competition for fundraising, right? Because you have less of the breast cancer walk, of the Rotary, et cetera. So organizations like that, they may have less people resources, but there's more wealth in the area. You help them.
Yeah, well, like I say, we have no border. It could be from Catholic to Buddhist. It could be from children to disabled people. If you go online, you will see our organization is very broad.
And how long ago again did you start this?
The inception or concept actually started 2007 after I talked to my wife and say, how can we help the smaller or the limited resource nonprofit? Because we go to a lot of events every week. Who makes the money? The people who organize it makes the money, right? The nonprofit, right? But how about the little person, the little guys? How can they put up a big event at for example, a gala at Hyatt? It's almost impossible because of financial liability and things like that. So we say, okay, let's pull our people together, pull our resources together, and as a founder, we actually underwrite a lot of those costs. So we are the person liable, so the nonprofit has no liability. So we try, okay, this is the event, you can take it, this is the tour, like teaching you how to fish, except this case, we even provide you with a fishing license. Go fish, and that's how we do it. So
I'm going to start with Amanda. How did you get involved with this organization?
I actually, since I'm a new designer, Cocoa Jeans brought me. So it was really nice because I've never done anything with nonprofit before, and I saw how passionate you were about your cause. So it was fun to be a part of.
And Tish, how did you get involved, and what made you join this effort?
Well, really it is Steve who made the contact, but I've been involved in other, in another county actually, fundraisers for exactly, for the same reason, for the smaller businesses and the, just trying to support them because it is very difficult when you don't have the financial resources to be able to put something on like that. And so it's just really nice because people like myself and Amanda and Esther trying to get your name out there and get known. It's a wonderful platform for that.
Okay, and Esther?
Well, I believe very deeply in giving back. I was actually first introduced to Michael through a client, and then after I met him, he's a very tough man to say no to.
Yes, I figured that out early.
Yes. But I'm also on the board and on the development committee of 2 other nonprofits, so I have spent a lot of time working with nonprofits.
What are the other nonprofits?
One is called the Downtown Streets Team, based in Palo Alto, and the other is the Ravenswood Family Health Center.
Oh, interesting. And so, Michael, back to you. What advantages does your nonprofit program have over other nonprofit programs?
Well, first of all, we need another half an hour, but I'm being funny. Anyway, to summarize it, condense it, is that we try to, being from a high-tech background, in semiconductor, I took a look at it and say, how can a small group help so many nonprofits? We have to think outside the box. We have to come up with different ways to do it. So the program that we're different is that we cater to nonprofits, of course, and even we have a program to help people who want to start a nonprofit organization. And I'm right now looking into how we can get the bank involved, to get the bank to give the nonprofit or the new nonprofit a free account, maybe put some seed money in the account, so to help them to establish a nonprofit application. I'm working on that actually tomorrow. I have a meeting with one of the banks. And then of course our actual program, we have a year-round donation program whereby, for example,